Thanks for listening to Nebraska Public Media. The Nebraska Jazz Orchestra continues its celebration of 50 years of big band jazz music this season. Each concert highlights a different decade, and their next concert is all about 2005 to 2014. Am I correct, Ed? Okay.
Yes.
The show takes place this Tuesday. That is March 31st, the final day of March, at the Lincoln Marriott Cornhusker Hotel at 7:30 p.m. And our guest this morning is director Ed Love. Always great to see you on Friday Live, Ed.
Good morning. It's a pleasure.
As I mentioned, this concert focuses on 2005 to 2014. NJO's fourth decade, right, of existence. What was happening in the jazz world at that time?
That's a tough question.
Or at least NJO's jazz world.
Oh,
I don't
there
know.
you go.
Yeah.
That's more better. Well, we keep trying to go broke, but we've failed. And so we enjoyed continuing our efforts to bring big band jazz to Lincoln and Nebraska in general. And on this particular concert, we have some alumni coming back to play with us. Terry Rush, trombonist, who was with us at the beginning, survived the infamous tour of Scotland and England in 1978.
I'm sure there's some stories in there.
Oh, not that I can say on the radio, but anyway, so Terry played with us for a long time, and he's coming back to play on a couple of tunes, sitting in. And Doug Henricks is a percussionist, graduate of Nebraska Wesleyan, and gained fame on Broadway playing in the Heights for like 3 years, I think. Yeah. Great percussionist, studied percussion all over the world, and is making a living doing percussion on the East Coast, living in New Jersey. He's coming back to play with us, and as is Joey Galizia.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Another master percussionist from Omaha. So we're going to play some serious sambas on this show. Yeah.
I was going to ask about styles there, styles and highlights from the era that you're covering.
Right. One of the guests we brought in that decade was a composer and saxophonist, Mike Tomorrow, and we're doing a couple of his tunes that just happen to be sambas. That his arrangements, one of Bluesette, and another one of the one-note samba.
The one-note samba, which does have more than one note in it, to be honest, right?
Yeah, on the bridge especially.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to tell folks what the bridge is?
Oh, well, on like an AABA form, the B section is contrasting with the A section. So on the one-note samba, the bridge goes up and down the scale. It has a lot of notes in it.
Even Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star has a bridge.
Sure.
It does. It does. So the season highlights the Young Jazz Artist Competition as well. Can you explain what that is and why NJO participates in that?
Well, we started this 1999, as I remember, just to feature a local student musician that was excelling. So we have this competition, and that's going to be on the winner of that competition is going to be on our May concert. The competition hasn't happened yet, so I have no idea who that winner is going to be. On this particular concert Tuesday night, the West Side High School Concert Jazz Band is going to open the show for us. They're going to have a set of music, and it's going to be traditionally West Side has had one of the best school jazz bands in the state, if not the Midwest, and their students frequently populate the All-State Jazz Band, and they've in the past have won our Young Jazz Artist competition in the past and been in the Young Lions Band and all that. So, and it's directed now by Tommy Kruger, who is a brilliant jazz musician in his own right, and not coincidentally, maybe a son of one of our trumpet players, Bob Kruger.
Something in the water at West Side, and maybe it has to do with that Kruger DNA. I don't know, perhaps. Ed, what do you see for the next 50 years of NJO?
Well, I know I won't be with it for the next 50 years. We are making efforts to ensure our continuation, developing an endowment, and the big deal is to get enough of an endowment to fund an executive director after Dean Heist retires. So there's a lot of work to be done there.
You sound like you were thinking for a moment about your life choices.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
With all the work on the to-do list. Well, totally worth it. We are glad that you didn't run out of money, as you said earlier.
Yeah.
Director Ed Love with Nebraska Jazz Orchestra. They are performing on Tuesday, March 31st. That's 7:30 p.m. at the Lincoln Marriott Cornhusker Hotel. The 50th anniversary season, quite an accomplishment, and it continues this May, including a concert featuring the Young Jazz Artist Competition winner. And as always, for more information, you can find more on the Friday Live page at nebraskapublicmedia.org. Ed, as always, thank you so much.
You're welcome, and I just wanted to say that I am a proud member of public radio here in Nebraska.
Yes,
I just upped my pledge again this year. Just
testimonial. There you go.
It's important.
1-800-989-8236 or nebraskapublicmedia.org. Thank you so much again. You're listening to Friday Live.